Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I'm John Lear, X-generation person.
Yes, and I'm Chase O'Donnell, millennial person.
And this is Generation Gab, a fun dad and a semi-recent grad.
Okay, this is called the Generation Gap.
My generation, baby.
Yes.
You were more, I don't know if you need to say semi-recent.
Really? That was my dad who told me I should say that.
Oh, okay. Is that his way of saying, hey, you know what? You're not
a recent grad.
Yeah, get to work.
I would be a Gen Z if I was a recent grad.
Yeah, wait a minute. Aren't Hudson and Jules recent Gen Zers? She's 13 and he's 11.
But Gen Z starts technically at like 1996.
What are they going to do after Gen Z? Do we go to Gen A again?
Oh
what happens?
I'm worried. I don't know.
Are we going to go back to things like the Greatest Generation or the baby boomers, like names? Or are we going to stay with this Gen thing?
I'll be so jealous if they're called the Greatest Generation.
No, they're not going to be the Greatest Generation.
Okay.
I'm just saying the Greatest Generation is the Greatest Generation. And by the way, your grandmother, if you tuned in last week.
No, she is the Greatest Generation.
God, is she amazing.
Hold for sound. Oh my gosh. What is going on?
Somebody is moving. That sounds like a tray filled with folding chairs, metal folding chairs.
Yes. I was going to say glass.
Glass?
No, but folding chairs is fun. It sounds like.
It just sounds like, you know how you put folding chairs on those things to move them in and out of general purpose assembly places? That's what it sounded like to me.
And now it's gone.
So we are recording from Chase's place today, and I think it's really good for the show for us to be recording from a Gen Xer place, because my place could not be more Gen X, because I have a family house with kids and dogs.
Lovely.
It's lovely, but it's on. It's always on, right? Do you feel that?
There's always movement. There's always things going on, people coming through.
And over here, it's so nice and clean and quiet, and everything has its place, and it's not overly cluttered, and it's... Once the kid thing happens, just the sheer tonnage of stuff that enters your life, it's disgusting. It's really disgusting. We just went through a purge not too long ago for a garage sale. I made my family do a garage sale. They all just wanted to throw shit away or take it to the... and I was like, no. We're having a garage sale. I'm from Kansas. You put all your stuff on your lawn. You don't price it, by the way, Chase.
Really?
Don't make price tags.
I didn't know that.
Just literally throw blankets down and just dump your stuff out there and let people just go through it. And when they say, how much is this? You just say whatever's on your mind. Oh, that's $1. I'll give you 75 cents. Okay. And that's how it works. And so I went through everything in the house. Drawer by drawer, I just went through. Do we want this? Do we want that? And it was they fought me every step of the way, mainly because they were just too lazy to tell me if they wanted it or not. And so they would just say, okay, keep it.
You guys should have been a family on Tidying Up with Marie Kondo.
Yeah.
How great would that have been?
Is her name really Kondo?
Marie Kondo.
Kondo.
Spelled with a K.
Oh, okay. I'll buy that. So I started taking stuff. What I would do is I would go to a drawer or a cabinet, and you know how you have a drawer probably here where it's an everything drawer.
Yeah.
In my house, that's every single drawer is an everything drawer.
Okay.
Because even our housekeeper, when she cleans up, if she doesn't know where it goes, she just shoves it in a drawer. So everybody's shoving, or what our housekeeper does even is she shoves it into a paper bag, rolls the paper bag up, and sticks it in the back of a closet. So I found paper bags with all kinds of stuff in it that was just like, it was so crazy. So I would just dump it out on the dining room table, and I would say, you guys have 2 days. If anything that's left here is going in the garage sale.
Well, this is Tidying Up with John Lear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have your own process.
We had Bianca Jagger living with us. Did I tell you this?
Is that Mick Jagger's daughter?
First wife.
Oh, wife. Okay.
First wife, Bianca Jagger. This is such a Gen X thing that you don't know that because she was. Did you ever hear of Studio 54?
Yes, in New York.
In New York. This was Chase is squinting her eyes and trying to remember this, and
Well,
this
I
is
think-
so sad to me.
I think I performed.
What?
Is there a place called something 54 in New York where they do cabaret shows?
Probably it's
Studio
maybe it's like what
54.
Studio 54 has become. Back in my day, Studio 54, I didn't know it was like Xanadu. Nobody knew. By the way, terrible movie. Chase, Xanadu. You ever seen it?
I love the Broadway version. Yeah. No, I've only seen the Broadway, but
Okay,
gosh,
it
it's
was a
good.
terrible movie, but
Great music in the second.
Olivia
in the-
Newton-John was in it.
I
It
know.
was, she was roller skating around. Not great on the skates.
No.
Olivia. No, they should have had more training. But anyway, so Studio 54 was this.
Studio 54 is a former nightclub and currently a Broadway theater located. Yeah, I've performed there.
Oh my God, that is so. You and Bianca Jagger both share in that you both performed. You did comedy.
Yeah.
You did comedy there.
Not like stand up, but like musical cabaret.
Really?
comedy. Yeah.
Oh my God, is there video of that?
I don't know.
I need that video.
Okay, I'll look.
Somebody find that. If you're listening and you know where to find that video, please find it.
Okay.
But Bianca Jagger was famous because Studio 54 during the disco era was the epicenter of the disco movement. And Bianca Jagger famously rode in, I think she was naked or close to, on a white horse at Studio 54. Just everybody was just coked up, and Studio 54 was known as doing all this crazy stuff. And Bianca Jagger apparently rode into Studio 54 on a white horse, bareback.
Before she was married to Jagger?
I don't know.
Is that how he proposed?
No.
Did he get excited?
I don't know. I mean, how could you not? She was like a model.
Mm.
Anyway, cut to, 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago.
You hosted her.
She was a friend of ours. She was staying with a friend of ours, a neighbor of ours. And Jennifer and I were both like, oh my God, Bianca Jagger, and Bianca, what we didn't know is that Bianca would stay with lots of people all over the world. That was kind of her thing. She would just move from house to house.
You'd think she could afford a hotel.
She could, but she also just she had this nomadic life where she would just stay with people.
Wow.
Because she was so interesting and cool.
And people wanted
right.
her to.
And so she ended up staying at our house. And everybody would come over, particularly our age and older, would be like, there would be a party at our house, and somebody
You
would come
didn't
up.
have kids yet then,
No,
did you?
no.
Wow.
And people would be like, John, is that Bianca Jagger? And I'd be like, yes, it is. And it was cool, but here's the problem: she wouldn't leave. And she also, she never left. She just kept, and she would leave stuff at our house. This is the connection to my stuff.
Okay.
And she was into essential oils.
I love that.
I know, but she would put
There's
them.
one right there.
Okay. She had the kind that looked like lip gloss with the roller, or
Okay,
that you
yeah.
would roll on a light bulb, and the light bulb would heat it up.
Really?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You do.
It's like a roller. You can roll it on your temples.
Right,
I've
but
never rolled it on a light bulb.
She would roll it on a light bulb. The light bulb would heat it up, and the smell would permeate.
Okay.
Jennifer was pregnant now at this point with our first child,
She
Jules.
stayed all the way through a pregnancy.
Yup. And once the essential oils came out, Jennifer was like,
You gotta go.
you gotta go. Because her sense of smell was heightened. Jennifer was not built to be pregnant. Every part of it was just horrible for her.
I feel like Bianca overstayed her welcome.
Yeah.
Was she there for years?
Yeah.
Years?
Months. I don't know. Maybe a year, maybe more. So what happened at the very end, she would not go. And then finally she was going to leave, but she was leaving all this stuff, which meant she was going to come back. And I was like, and so I took all of her stuff, I put it at the top of our stairs, and I said, Bianca, I will help you pack this up. I will help you ship it. I will take it wherever you need it. But if you leave it here, I'm throwing it away. And we had a standoff. And I feel like I was the only person in her life who had ever sort of said that.
Okay, so we talked about us having similar personalities. For me, that would have been really hard to say to someone.
That was really hard for me
Was
too.
that
But once
so scary?
but when your wife's pregnant, you have to be that guy.
Yeah, you had to say it.
I had to step up.
My gosh.
And I did not want to do it, but I did it. And she looked right at me, and she was powerful. She did not take any shit.
So you burned a bridge with Bianca Jagger.
I don't know. I mean, we're still friends on Facebook, but we don't really talk.
Okay. She
But
listens to the podcast.
I hope so. If she does, she knows this is the truth. I'm not spinning it. But she was so great because she had stories too. My God, the stories she had. But you kind of had to pull them out of her. You would think if she's staying at your place, she would spit those stories out faster.
Well, where was Mick during all this?
Well, they divorced years and years and years and years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. But she
Yeah.
still kept the last name.
Yes. Yeah, that tells you a bit.
Yeah.
That tells you a bit. And I think he screwed her on the divorce somehow or something. I don't know if that's a
And
fact.
maybe that's why she had to stay with people.
Could be.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe it's possible. Wow, that was a long digression. I'm so sorry about that.
That's really fascinating. I don't know anybody who's had Bianca Jagger crash with them for a year.
Well, that is true. I mean, it is an interesting part of it. The best part was when people would come over and she would just walk through. She was on her way out to go to some party.
Yeah. I'm
And
gonna
people would be
look up-
like, "Is that Bianca Jagger?" And we'd be like, "Yeah, it is. Thank you."
I'm looking up a photo of her.
Yeah, oh my God, she's gorgeous. Still
Her?
is. Yes, that's her now. And look how gorgeous she is. Although your grandmother is gorgeous.
Yeah. And
You
my
sh-
dad's mom, my other grandma's gorgeous too.
So, Chase, you know what that means. You're going to be gorgeous forever.
Oh,
Yes, that's what it means.
I
Is your
hope
mom
so.
gorgeous?
gorgeous.
So
But
so
my
here
mom-
again, we have Chase is the perfect catch.
No, but my mom and my grandma, they take care of themselves. I don't.
You're gorgeous. You don't need to. You're a natural beauty.
I think at my age they were already doing the facials and the making
Yeah,
sure
but they were doing crazy stuff like putting Crisco on their eyes at night and that
Okay.
stuff.
What's Crisco?
What's Crisco? Oh my God, that's like what is Crisco? It's like fat. It's like it came in a can like the size of a coffee can, and you would open it up and you'd scoop it out, and it was white and greasy, and you'd use it to cook in it, like fried chicken. Oh, you would take like a couple of cups out of it and put it in a thing, and that would be oil.
I was raised vegetarian, so I've never fried chicken before.
Oh my God, you've missed out on so much. Using fat, the dead, fat that's boiled off of a dead creature's body, a carcass.
Oh, it's so terrible.
And then cooking its own meat in that fat. Or a different meat, like it's fat from beef, but you cook chicken in it, is the most delicious thing on the face of the earth.
Wow.
You've never had fried chicken?
No.
Oh my God.
I've never had a hamburger.
Holy crap.
That's what I always use for the game. Never have I ever. Gets people every time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever do, make sure you do it on the podcast because we've got to monitor that.
Well, sometimes my uncle at like family gatherings will to me and my sister, he'll be like, I'll pay you $1,000 if you eat this bacon. And we've never taken him up on it.
Oh my God.
But one day we're like, we should just take him up on it.
Yeah. For $1,000?
Yeah.
The whole thing, I think this is a generational thing because I grew up with meat. There was no vegetarian in our world.
My mom was ahead of the curve. Now I think there's lots of kids that are vegetarians. I was the only kid in my preschool that was vegetarian. I was the only vegetarian in my elementary school. Like, that was weird.
Embarrassing.
I didn't tell anyone. I would come to school with like fake corn dogs and like fake meat, like fake chicken nuggets, and I'd pretend I was eating it. Like, and then some people would be like, Chase, do you want some of my turkey sandwich? I'd be like, oh, I'm just not hungry. Like, I never told anyone.
Oh, the shame.
The shame.
This vegetarian shame you had.
And then my junior year, I transferred to a performing arts high school. And all of a sudden, there's all these the performing arts kids. And there were a lot of vegetarians there, and they were bragging about it. And I was like,
It's a cool thing.
I was like, okay, I've been a vegetarian since 91. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, calm down. And I was like, oh, now I can tell people I'm a vegetarian. But I didn't ever, because I think I got made fun of probably at one point.
And as a Jew, you're kosher. Do you know that? If you're a vegetarian, you're kosher.
Yeah, I'm sure. But I mean, we're Jewish, but not that.
I know, but I'm just saying, by the Jewish law,
I'm kosher.
you are kosher.
Oh, yeah.
Because the only where kosher comes in is only when meat, cheese, dairy, that stuff is brought in.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a vegetarian, you are just kosher. So you're kosher.
I'm kosher.
You're totally kosher.
But
Like
you could
Orthodox
you
kosher.
could be kosher and eat meat, though.
Yes.
You just have to eat the right type.
And you got to wash the plates, and then if
okay.
meat and cheese touches one, you got to go bury it or something.
Is that what you do?
No, God, no. I love bacon. I love meat. I love it so much. It's my whole life. I can't not have meat.
You know what I hate is when new vegetarian, that
Here
just
we go.
decided to be vegetarian later in life, they talk about it.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, I can't eat here because I'm a vegetarian. I can't eat here. And you can eat anywhere. I
Well,
can
how do
eat
you
at
get-
steakhouses.
Okay, how do you get your protein? Say you're at a steakhouse. How do you get your protein?
I don't. Or
Yeah.
beans. They
If
usually
they
have beans.
like baked
and-
beans, but then that's cooked with bacon. Do you have to ask them, like, is there bacon cooked in that, or what do you do?
No, if it's
that's kind of
cooked in
embar-
bacon, I just don't eat
Right,
the meat.
right.
I'm not
You're not gonna
a
get-
vegetarian because like, oh, I don't want it to touch into the food or smell like it.
Right.
But I like a steakhouse. They always have mac and cheese and a salad and
Corn on the cob.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
all the sides that are great. Like you can eat anywhere.
But you don't know that sated feeling that you have from meat. I'm telling you, there is something about it. It's deep in our DNA, like from when we killed the first woolly mammoth, and we ate that meat. There's something deeply, deeply satisfying. It's almost sexual.
But I've tried meat, like not a burger.
Okay.
But like there's just been times where like there's always a cheese like pepperoni pizza where I'll pick off the pepperoni and I
Right.
don't pick it all off and I
Right.
eat it and I'm disgusted.
Really?
The texture is so gross to me. I
'Cause you're
always spit it
ripping
out.
flesh.
Like I love the texture of tofu. Most people don't.
I love tofu.
But I hate the texture of meat. Anytime I've accidentally like salad bars, maybe some chicken will get in, and I'm
it
just like,
just
I'm
feels-
eating meat. It's
yeah.
so gross to me.
You know what the best kind of tofu is? Tofu deep fried in animal fat. It's so good. Well, that's interesting. Every time we talk, we learn something different about each other. Mainly me about you, because you have more. I'm more kind of like on the surface.
I learn
I'm
about
an open
your
book.
Your drug use
Well, yeah, boy, or do you ever?
and Chris God
And Crisco, not Crisca. it's the masculine, the increase in vegetarians among
Through the roof.
millennials is through the roof.
Oh my God.
And it's kind of where it just, you can see and listen, you can fight it all you want, and maybe I'll be long dead. But at some point, I think that's where we're going as a species.
I don't think so.
Really?
There's
Just
too-
because we won't have room and food for all that.
you're right. They
we're
have
going to
you-
run out.
Have you had the Impossible Burger?
No. Is it good? Well, you wouldn't know. We can't ask you.
I did try the Impossible Burger. I didn't like it.
That's a good sign.
It tastes too much like.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
That means maybe I'll like it.
Yeah, I didn't love it. So I think it really does probably taste like the real thing. But
What about Soylent Green? Do you believe that we should eat each other when we run out of food?
what?
Soylent Green, the movie. Did you ever see it?
No.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
no.
The scoops are coming. The scoops are coming. This is set in the world. Charlton Heston starred in it. And the world is overpopulated and there's no more food. And what people don't know, they all eat this cracker called Soylent Green. Nobody knows
It's human
it's
flesh.
made out of dead humans. When people
So-
die, they get turned into Soylent Green.
Should I watch it? Is it good enough to watch?
No.
Okay, just a good
it doesn't
concept.
hold up. There's some good moments to it. Like there's a moment when he gets, I think he's in a murder case. He's a cop, and he's in this rich person's house, and they have a peach in the house, and he looks at it, and he's just like, oh my God, he's never seen a peach before.
Really?
I remember that scene being good.
Ooh.
So there's some good stuff
Okay,
about
okay.
it, but not really.
Fun to talk about. I don't need to see it.
You don't need to see
Okay.
it. No. Mm-mm.
I guess the very last thing on this vegetarian topic, I was 5 and I ate a piece of chicken off the floor
Ew.
at a restaurant.
Okay.
The next day,
Yes.
I got the chicken pox.
That can't happen.
Well, it was a big coincidence.
But is that possible? I mean, I don't think there's any relation
There
between.
isn't.
That's weird.
But-
Your body was just like, okay.
But the coincidence, I thought that's why I got the chicken pox.
Because you ate the meat, and then maybe that
I ate
affected you.
chicken.
You thought, oh, I gave myself chicken pox. Even
And it
though
was
the only.
a bad case. It was in my throat,
Oh!
in my ears, in my eyes.
Oh, God, in your eyes.
It was the
Oh!
worst case of chicken pox.
Oh,
that
God, in your eyes.
And my mom wanted my sister to get it too.
So she, yeah.
And my sister finally got like 2 chicken pox on her arm. And that was
That
her whole
bitch.
case. And
God
I
damn.
had it
Everywhere.
everywhere.
God, has it always been like that with her where she just gets the easy way? God damn
London.
her.
Yeah.
London. Wow. Now here's the Gen X version of that. After I had my daughter and I was working a lot, long hours, I got hand, foot, and mouth disease, which is a very disgusting disease where you get sores on the inside of your throat, and adults rarely get it. Kids get it, and it is communicable, but adults rarely get it. They only get it when they're really stressed and worn down.
No,
and
that's like me every day.
So I had these sores on the inside of my throat. I couldn't swallow my own spit. I wanted to just die.
Oh no!
I want to die.
Hand, throat, and foot. But was it just in your throat, or did you have sores?
Oh,
on your
I had sores everywhere on the inside. It's all on the inside, but I had
inside of your hands?
Yes, you're very sore. Your joints are sore. Oh God, it was just horrible. It was
How
horrible.
do you get rid of that?
You wait. You just get through it.
And how long? Now can we get shots?
It was a week or so. It was a long time.
How'd you get it?
From one kid in the neighborhood, a punk ass kid. I know who she is, and I will blame her for it till the end of time.
And you caught it because you were so stressed. You were working such long hours. You had a newborn.
Yup.
Oh my God.
And I got it. That fucking
do
bitch.
I have to worry about getting this?
No, not until you have kids. But that's what I'm saying. When you get kids, those are the diseases that come into your
now
life.
kids-
Hand, foot, and mouth. You've probably never even heard of that disease,
No,
right?
I don't think so. But now kids get shots so they don't even get chicken pox.
Right, but hand, foot, and mouth
You can't
disease,
get a
there's
shot
no
for it.
vaccination that
Oh
I
my
know
God.
of. All right, now we are doing, Chase, we're going to be doing more of segments.
Yeah, we've
because
got a couple segments today.
We've gotten feedback from people about that they like it when we do the segments.
Yes.
We like just babbling.
People
But
like
apparently,
segments.
people like structure. All right, so here, we thought a new segment that we would have is looking at pop culture and looking at it from the point of view of a Gen Xer and a millennial.
Yeah.
How do we see it differently?
Yes.
So I've opened up. I've gone to popsugar.com.
Great site, yeah.
Now, Gen Xers don't know what Pop Sugar is, really. Do you think?
No.
I don't think they do.
No. I mean, some do. But
What is Pop Sugar?
I just know they do a lot of fitness videos.
They do fitness or leisure fit. What is it called when it's fitness and leisure together? There's a word for that.
Oh, yeah.
There's a millennial term for that. Leisure.
Leisure fitness,
something.
yeah.
All right, we'll figure that out. Okay, so the first one that comes up, and I'm just looking at the site here, is that American Crime Stories next season will tackle the Clinton-Lewinsky scandal. Did you know that? So this has just came out, and you know, this is, you know, that FX is going to be doing the Clinton Lewinsky scandal. Now, what is how old were you?
7.
You were 7. Do you have any memories of all of this? Like, did this
Yes.
enter your? Okay, so what did you experience?
I feel like we talked about this on
We did.
on an
We touched
episode.
on it. Yeah.
I just know, like, it was such a huge scandal that even second graders were in on it. But I knew, like, it was just Lewinsky was like a big joke. Monica Lewinsky was a joke to everyone.
Right. Isn't that
And-
interesting how it was spun?
And I know it, like, kind of, like, it made President Clinton, in my eyes, like, not great. Like, he kind of lost respect. And I remember I sent him a letter to the White House, not about Monica Lewinsky.
Oh my God. We've got to get that letter.
I sent him a letter,
Typed or handwritten?
handwritten.
Good.
And I think it was just like a letter to the president, and I got something back. I got like pictures of the White House and like thanks for, and you know, he didn't write it. It was
Right,
the staff.
of course.
But I remember being really excited about that, even though the whole scandal was going on.
It shows the power of the presidency and the power of celebrity. Even though he was going
Yeah.
through this scandal, you're still like,
But even like 7-year-olds were like making fun of Monica Lewinsky,
Wow.
and it was like, oh, Monica Lewinsky. It was more Monica Lewinsky that was getting made fun of.
yeah, there were lots of jokes. And now today, what's your take on Monica Lewinsky? Like now that you know,
She did a TED Talk, and I watched it. And she was 22 years old.
she did a TED Talk and I watched it as a very millennial statement, I feel like. Do you?
Yeah. I heard her side, and she was like 22 years old, and like she made a huge mistake, but she was 22 and the president was into her.
And he was sticking cigars in her vagina.
That's what you told me.
Let's not
That's
forget about
gross.
that.
And they played some of the tapes in her TED Talk and stuff, and like it just like she was infatuated with the president, but like at 22, you
At
gotta,
22.
you gotta give it to her. Like that's like you just had she didn't know
No.
as much as President Clinton knew.
course.
Like President Clinton is so in the wrong.
Yes. And the Democratic Party basically tanked because of it. And she looks great, by the way, not to just go to her. That's so sexist thing to say, but look at that picture of her.
Yeah, well, she
She
was
looks so
young.
together, and I don't
Is
know.
she your age now?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that. But I remember it. I remember at the time thinking, oh, Jesus, Clinton, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You just screwed it all, you dummy.
Honestly, I'd be so excited to watch this.
Me too.
So
I wonder
think
who's going to play her. Who would you have play Monica, and who would play Bill?
my sister went to NYU with this girl who she's friends with, and her name's Monica Barbaro.
Okay, that's a good tie-in.
She's beautiful and has been doing really well, getting tons of like acting roles. I think she'd be perfect. Wait, let me pull it up.
I'd like to see you as Bill Clinton.
Okay.
Just with a lot of latex, and I think you could handle that. Do you have can you impersonate his voice?
It will be something like.
Okay, that's good
Yes.
enough. We'll the rest we'll take care of in post.
This is Monica Barbaro.
Oh my God,
She could play her.
Jesus, she's incredible. Look at her. Yeah,
She's
she could.
just gorgeous.
Jesus,
And she's
she's amazing. Barber,
just
Barber.
Barbaro.
Barbaro.
Yeah.
Gosh, I love her look.
Yeah, she
She's
could be
really
it.
cool. Yeah, she could. Good one.
Yeah,
Very
thank
good
you,
one.
thank you. I could be a casting director.
You could.
I know so many actors.
It's not a great life.
Really?
I don't think you should do it. I think you should stick with comedy,
I
podcasting, and acting.
assisted a casting director for a few months last year, and I sent congratulation emails. You got the part to 5 people who didn't get the part.
Ooh. Oh, that's brutal.
And then I had to email them back being
Oh,
like,
that's brutal.
oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Did they
that-
respond back like, you son of a bitch? Did they say anything, or did they just be like,
They were
thanks.
nice about it, but
Actors are so beaten down.
My heart when I
Oh, Chase, I'm so sorry.
sent
I'm
me-
reaching out and
yeah,
touching her
she
shoulder.
said-
I feel terrible for you.
she sent me, these are the people that didn't get it. These are the people that got
Oh.
it. Let them know. And I reversed the list.
Oh, God. Oh, Chase.
So I'd be a bad casting director.
Oh, it's the worst mistake you can make as a casting director, really. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry. I mean, I have my version of that stuff. I can't think of it right now, but oops, sorry. But I can certainly, oh, my God, Chase, that's just horrid. I remember for 10 items or less I wanted to call the actors and tell them who had been cast, which was such an amazing thing. Like I called them and I remember calling one of the actors and his cousin answered and she said, he's not here. He's at work. Do you want the number? And I said, no, thanks. And I was like, yeah, give me the number at work. He was a busboy at a restaurant.
Which one?
I can't. Which guy? Greg Davis, who played Buck in 10 Items. He played the bagging guy who was amazing.
Okay.
And he came so I called the restaurant. He came to the phone and I said, Greg, it's John Lear. You've got the part. And he was just like, it was amazing. It was amazing. And he quit that day. And it was just that amazing. Hey, your life's changing. And it was such a great experience to have that happen.
But you didn't call the wrong person and say you got the job.
No. I'm so sorry, Chase. Okay. I feel bad. That story was not intended to rub salt in your wounds, but now I see that it did. I'm a horrible person.
No, I think it's funny.
No.
I'm not. This is why I do think comedy and podcasting is really all I've got going, because the jobs I've had in the past
haven't gone well.
No.
Well, you're built for comedy. You're going to be a star, and I'm going to make money off of you. That's my... okay.
Oh,
Here's the big one. Taylor Swift is performing at the VMAs for the first time in 4 years, and we can't calm down. That is the headline.
Do you get it? Do you get the calm down part?
No. Is that a song of hers? Mm-hmm. Okay.
You've got to calm down.
So I hate this trend of headlines talking to me like they're my friend. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like we're all in this together. Like Bella Hadid is wearing the pumps and she's breaking our internet or something like. You know what I mean? Like how they talk to you.
Right. It's different than like the New York Times.
I just don't like it. I feel like they're getting into my personal space. I can calm down. You know what I mean? I don't need that. We all can't calm down.
Yeah.
Anyway, one more?
Sure.
Okay, one more. Okay. Holy mackerel. ABC casts Auli's Carvalho and Queen Latifah for The Little Mermaid Live. Who is Auli Carvalho? Do you know her?
Is she the girl that sang Moana? Probably.
What's Moana?
I've been staring at the edge of the water.
See, I knew this would be a good thing to talk about. Event starring Moana's.
Okay.
Moana. Okay, so who is she? Explain.
Moana, I would think you'd know it because you have kids. It was one of the like Disney movies like Frozen. It was called Moana, and it was about a Hawaiian girl that wants to leave Hawaii.
Wow. I never saw
She did the voice.
Yeah, we had that story when I was growing up. It was called Island of the Blue Dolphins.
Oh.
You never read that?
No.
Oh my God.
Read that. This is a movie.
I know.
Well, maybe they took it from that.
Probably.
But the music was really popular. It was written by the guy who wrote Hamilton.
Oh.
So it was like cool music. Lin-Manuel Miranda. And
look at Chase light up when we're talking about musicals.
Broadway. So she sang the Moana song at the Oscars, and she got a really great response because she was so adorable.
I can't watch the Oscars. I can't do it.
Oh, do you get sad?
It's just so boring. It's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
I just want to kill myself.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't watch a performance. I would watch a song.
She did well. And I actually never watched Moana. I just know Moana because of the song was so popular.
If you didn't watch it, then no one watched it. Because seriously, it must have just crashed and burned.
Must have bombed if I didn't watch it.
But now they're bringing her. You notice they're not doing Moana. They're
Moana.
or whatever it is.
Moana feminine
Moana
this
feminine.
time.
God, you're good, Chase. But they're doing it, the Little Mermaid live. How do you feel about that?
Great.
You do.
But do you know there was the huge scandal that they cast a black girl for the remake of the Little Mermaid film?
Really?
That's been a huge topic
Why?
of scandal.
Why?
Because people are like, it should be someone with red hair and a blonde, like not a blonde.
Oh,
like,
to match
to
the
match. This is not what the Little Mermaid is, and it's causing such a scandal.
But what about the Wiz when they did? I mean, that was
That
like an
is a
all
Gen
black.
X reference.
Yeah, and that's not the same thing because they retooled the entire show for a black perspective. This is like just shoving.
But
somebody.
It's causing a huge like conversation about whether or not this is good or bad,
Yeah.
and people are getting to be like, no, she was just the best one for the part. Like
Right.
it doesn't have anything to do with race. Like
Right.
can't someone? It's a good conversation, I think.
Yeah, it reminds me of those conversations about actors who say, "Hey, I should be able to play anybody," and people, I should be able to play somebody in a wheelchair, and people saying, "No, an actor in a wheelchair should be playing a character in a wheelchair."
Right.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of too complicated for my brain. I can't quite
well,
navigate
it's
it.
interesting. Do you think they're going to put this girl in a red wig, or they're just going to have a brunette Little Mermaid to get us ready for the film version?
She's like the transition.
Yeah,
Because she's Hawaiian with
ethnic,
brunette hair, but she's not. Wow. You know what? For the way this country is, it probably is.
This is the
The
transition.
segue.
And look,
And who's Shaggy? Who's that?
is he the one that sings, "It wasn't me"?
That's the whole song?
And you caught me in the bathroom. It wasn't me. And she caught me red-handed. It wasn't me. And I got a guy. Wasn't me. I think that's Shaggy. He had a
Okay.
popular song.
Okay.
I
And
might be
that's it.
wrong.
And now now he's playing in the
And
Little
that's
Mermaid.
a song from the 90s.
Oh my God. So this is going to be live. So that they're all going to be in costumes and stuff.
Yeah, like, Grease Live.
Ugh. I mean, listen, I support it because I like you and I will support that. Maybe we should
I have
live
lots
tweet
of
it.
friends that are in those types of things.
Right. And I do have a lot of respect for the triple threat talent that you have. But I don't know.
You're
I
not
don't-
thrilled
It's
about
hard
this.
for me.
Yeah.
Musicals are hard for me.
Well, it's more of a girl thing.
I guess so. Yeah. I loved, Lin-Manuel's
Hamilton. Yeah.
Hamilton. My kids played that over and over and
Well,
over.
that was a great thing for musicals.
And I remember
because it,
seeing
like-
Annie as a kid, and it blew my mind.
Okay, I don't love Annie.
No, but I remember seeing it as a kid going, wow,
Oh,
the
okay.
power of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the best I can do right
Yeah.
now. But I
No,
do
that's
like
great.
Hamilton. I'll see it. We should live tweet it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen it. And
Let's
my
live tweet the
really
show.
good friend is playing Hamilton in Hamilton on Broadway.
Shit.
And I haven't
Shit.
seen it yet.
Wow.
I
What's
need
his
to go.
name?
Austin Scott. We were in an off-Broadway show together, and it was both of our first off-Broadway shows. And now he's Broadway.
Let's do
Hamilton.
a podcast where you just break out into song and
Okay.
make it a musical version of our podcast.
Okay.
I can't sing, so I can't do it.
I can't really sing.
Yes, you can.
I can't really.
Yeah, you really, really can.
I can sing for like someone that's not a musical theater person.
Me.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, that's the only perspective I have, so therefore I am right. You can sing.
Okay. Yeah, I've had lots of voice lessons back in the day. I don't do it anymore.
God, it's just, you're so fascinating to me, Chase. We keep scratching surfaces. It's like we're on an archaeological dig, and I've got that little brush and a pick,
Yeah.
and more is revealed. And what I don't know is, I think I'm just unearthing a tooth, but it's going to be an entire Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh.
Or a secret entrance into the, some Egyptian king's tomb.
Well, I think when I was growing up, my dad was like so proud of me, and he would make me sing at like family gatherings, and like I think maybe we've talked about this before, but like he'd be like, "Chase, sing your audition song." And the memories and how humiliating that was for me. This is why I don't like singing. Can you imagine the humiliation?
I've asked my son to do backflips for people. I feel terrible.
I think it's fine you're having him do backflips for people because he loves it.
Yeah, but maybe he doesn't.
Well,
See, maybe he's not letting me know how he really feels about it.
yeah, maybe just ask.
Oh, God. It sucks being a parent. All right. So are we doing another segment or have we blown our wad?
I mean, here's the thing. Like, well, time out. Time out, Chase. Stop recording.
All right.
Okay. We're going to do one.
All right.
Breaker.
A portion was edited out, we think now, because Chase and I were just talking offline. Although I think maybe you're going to want to put that in now. That I just mentioned it.
No, that's too embarrassing.
So Chase and I were just talking very seriously about how long our podcast should be. It is funny, you and I getting real. I love it when in our texts or emails when we're real with each other. Yeah, I'll get right on that. Yes, you too. It always cracks me up because it just feels like these two idiots just trying to be professional and I don't know. You know, it's just so dumb.
Yeah.
But we try. We really try.
trying.
We both try. We're very respectful of each other. It's just funny to me. I don't know why. And Chase is the brains of the operation. I guess that's probably obvious.
Be.
You are, though.
Whew.
That's how low this bar is. You're the smart one.
I didn't go to school for business.
Me neither, man.
Man. Did you go to school? Oh, yeah.
I went to Northwestern. Yeah.
Big deal.
But I did drugs through the whole thing. So you're probably more educated than me.
I drank through the whole thing.
Not like me. Trust me. Maybe.
I drank every night. Margarita Monday, Tequila Tuesday, Wine Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, then Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday Fun Day.
But wait, aren't there any names for Friday and Saturday? Because there's Friday and Saturday. They don't need it.
Saturday, yeah.
Oh,
that's the normal days.
Wait, go through them again. Okay. Monday, Margarita.
Margarita Monday.
Margarita Monday. Tequila Tuesday. Wine Wednesday. That's tough.
Or it could be Whiskey Wednesday.
Okay, I like whiskey better because wine on a tequila hangover is rough, I think. Okay.
Thirsty Thursday.
And what was that? Just anything?
Thirsty Thursday is like, that's what they call Thursday.
Yeah,
like
just
drinking. Yeah.
Just anything.
Thirsty,
As long as it's liquid and has alcohol, I'm drinking it.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, free for all. Mm-hmm. And then Sunday, s'mores.
Sunday Fun Day.
Sunday Fun Day. Mm-hmm. And what is that? Does that mean drinking?
Day drinking.
You know, see, I think Sundays should be marijuana and golf. Just sit and turn on golf and just bong all day long.
For not kids in college.
No, yeah, for kids in college. Oh. And then at night, once the sun goes down, watch Dune.
Okay. I don't know Dune.
What? Okay, I'm not going to make you watch it because it's way too long.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, here we go again.
Okay.
All right, our final segment for this episode, which may or may not even get a part of it. We don't know.
We don't know. Deal breaker.
Deal breaker. Here we go, everybody. This is one of the favorites.
Okay. I don't have a deal breaker in mind. Do you?
Okay. No, but I'll make one up.
Okay.
Would you? Okay, here's your choice. See, I don't really know how to play the game.
Yeah, you're doing would you rather right now.
Yes, right.
Okay. So let me give an example.
Okay.
Deal breaker. You are on a flight, and I said, John, I'm going to give you a free trip to Morocco. Mm-hmm. Here's the catch. You have to go with, you're going because you have to take care of this bratty, spoiled son of the Moroccan leader.
Okay.
Who's just a nightmare, and you have to spend every single waking moment with him. Deal breaker?
Yeah.
You want to go for a free trip to Morocco?
I'd kill him and then myself. That just isn't going to happen. You're talking to the wrong guy. This tank is empty. I can't do it.
Because you're with kids all the time.
Yeah, I can't handle one more fucking kid
But they
thing.
were like, you're going to go to Morocco. It's going to be a trip of a lifetime. You're going to do all the things you've ever wanted to do in Morocco.
No, I'll go on YouTube and watch some Morocco videos. Okay. All right, that was an easy one.
Yeah.
Okay. A very handsome guy. Really attractive, great personality. Everything about him fits perfectly for you. And even things that you don't think are good for you, he has.
He's my dream guy.
He's your dream guy and the guy beyond your dreams that you don't even know what you need. He's like playing chess 3 moves ahead of you emotionally.
Wow.
He's really there for you. Every time he sneezes, both of his eyeballs shoot out of the sockets and the optic nerves are still connected to them. And he needs help getting them back in. Deal breaker?
Deal breaker.
You're kidding me. I can't believe that. Why? Because he's everything.
But his eyes fall out of his socket and he needs help putting them back.
So what? That's small price to pay. No. He's everything, Chase. This is why we need to work on.
And I'm like, he's everything except his eyes fall out of his sockets, and I'm going to find someone whose eyes don't fall out of his sockets.
This is the problem. I knew.
Deal breaker.
Ah.
Poor guy.
And when you're putting the eyeballs back in, he can see out of it still because the optic nerve is still.
Yes,
so he
you're making
sees
it worse.
you putting it back in.
No. Deal breaker. I wouldn't do it.
You just peel his eye back and you pop it back in. There's a point where you have to push in and the eyeball gives a little bit until it pops the rest of the way.
Why am I doing it, first of all? He can figure out how to put his eyeball back.
I'm the one creating the reality. You're blaming him. You're blaming the wrong person. I'm the reason. That's me.
Deal breaker.
God, Chase, see, this is a real problem for you.
No.
Yes.
I've never met someone with that situation.
Of course. That's not my point. My point is that you need perfection or it's a deal breaker. And
No,
I realize that
I'd rather go with someone that's not as perfect.
Okay.
Because you said this guy's perfect, he's my dream guy, except that I would choose someone who's not as perfect.
But that's what he is. He's not as perfect. He's your dream guy, but he has one thing. This is my point.
I think that's a deal breaker.
God damn.
Yeah.
I'm concerned.
You thought
if you can't date a guy where you put his eyeballs back in his socket, I mean.
Really?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Why?
There's other guys who don't need me to do that.
But what part of putting his eyeball? Let's just talk about that for a second. Like, is it because
I don't want to have to go to
slippery?
a dinner party and explain, this is Rosa's thing.
But you're going to have a version of that. You see what I'm saying? The guy you end up being at with a dinner party who's not as perfect, who you do pull the trigger on, is going to have his own version of his eyeballs popping out when he sneezes. It's going to be something.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't want it to be that obvious.
See, to me, that's inconsequential. It's going to be something like that. He's going to have his own version of his eyeballs popping out every time he sneezes. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be that.
No, but I think you are at a dinner party with your wife. I don't think anybody's uncomfortable because you're like blowing your nose and snot's going everywhere.
Who, me, John Lear, you mean?
Yeah, you don't have one of those.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Don't.
I say inappropriate, super honest stuff. And my wife has to deal with that because that's who I am.
You're right. Oh.
And she doesn't like it. And she points out that it's because I have a mask on to protect myself from my real feelings. And she's absolutely right. I don't want to. I overshare so that I don't share appropriately because that's hard for me. Oh. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Are you going to, now let me ask you again. Is it a deal breaker, the eyeballs?
Breaker.
Still?
Yeah.
God.
Deal breaker.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well.
You're going to get that. I can't wait to meet this man. You know what? As your co-host on your podcast, I will put his eyeballs back in for you.
Still a deal breaker.
Really?
Yes.
What if it's just the three of us and I don't mind? His eyeballs only pop out when it's you, me, and him.
Then I'd think about it. Because
Really?
you don't mind and you like to do it. You like to put his eyeballs
You
back
just
in.
have to know that it happens.
Yeah. Do you know before coming over and hanging out with the two of us that his eyeballs are going to pop out?
Yes, you've told me and I know.
So it's
And I'm
fine?
fine with it.
You love that.
I mean, I haven't seen it, so I don't know if when they pop out and I look into those hollow
Yeah.
sockets with the red and the. I don't
See,
know.
you're making me say deal breaker. Oof. Well, on that note, I think we're done for the day.
Chase, thank you.
Thank you, John.
See you next week.
See you later. Thanks for listening. Let us know what we should talk about next time.
Yeah, give us your real feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My generation, baby.